I've been involved in agriculture my whole life. My grandpa farms, my dad farms. I helped them out there going through high school. Went to college, diesel mechanic, came back, got involved in the ag sector as custom spraying, and I love what I do and plan on staying in this business. We started using AVAIL and NutriSphere-N roughly about 2 years ago in our business. We're getting so big as far as spreading goes. People wanted stuff done in a timely fashion. You can never get there in time, and we heard about this product called NutriSphere. Well, we gave it a shot, and it all seems to work great. You know, we've tested it after no rain for 3 weeks, come back, fertilizer's still all there. It just helps us out in our business to stay on top of the game and get everything done in a timely manner for everyone. The AVAIL side of it, how it helps our business is you can put the product in the ground and you can tell the farmer, honestly telling them that you're going to be getting more phosphorus going to your plant, and in return it's going to be a much healthier plant and you're going to see much more benefit out of the plant, more yield, better quality of the crop, and so on. Well, NutriSphere-N first came out. That's the first one we started doing before the AVAIL. Some farmers were gun shy trying to do it. They didn't know if it'd be another snake oil out there. But as more and more people started using it, they started looking at their neighbors' fields and seeing how much more lush green they are. And they don't see all the yellow leaching spots out there, evaporation going on. And every year we get more and more clientele to use the NutriSphere-N because they're seeing the benefits about it in their field. We started using NutriSphere-N originally on corn, try and keep the urea in the ground longer. That way nitrogen stays in the top part of the soil so the plant uses it. And then people started seeing benefits on the NutriSphere and corn. They started putting on all their barley, wheat, and they've been noticing higher proteins on the wheat, more plump on the barley, and they've really been able to tell that the grain quality has been a lot better. Being a custom applicator, it really allows me to see a lot of fields throughout the year. I go across about 50,000 acres a year. Just this spring alone, we had a lot of snow last winter, a lot of rain last fall, a lot of fertilizer put out last fall. Leaching was a big concern. Where we put the NutriSphere-N on, I'd say the crop stage is probably 1 to 2 leaf ahead of where we didn't have NutriSphere on. It's a lot lusher green, a lot thicker stand. It's just looks like a way healthier plant, and that's a nice benefit about me being in a sprayer all year. I get to see that firsthand what's going on out there. The results we've seen through NutriSphere-N has been farmers coming into us being a lot more happy because their fields are done right, and they're having a more good feeling knowing that their product ain't going to be a waste of money. It's going in the ground where they need it to go, and it's going to be there for the crop when the crop needs it the most. When NutriSphere first came available out to us in the market and we first learned about it, it was difficult at first to get farmers to use it, but as we told them what it does, shows them how it works, show them some science, show them some data, it took a little time, but we slowly got more and more customers using it every year. It wasn't an easy battle right away, but I'd say right now 95% of our urea that gets spread on the ground has NutriSphere on, where 2 years ago it might have been 10%. So farmers have really taken a liking to it. When growers come and talk to me about NutriSphere-N, what they're seeing in their fields, they're happy. Their fields are lush green all the way across. There's still, you might see a little yellow spot or two out there. It could be from a fertilizer skip, it could be, but side by side to where it ain't on, you're seeing huge results on it. Let's take, for example, a year and a half ago, we went out in the middle of January, 20 below zero out, frozen ground, no snow. We spread it on top of the ground like that. It's supposed to be a big no-no. Came back the next year, crop looked great. Nothing went anywhere. It amazed us and amazed the farmer. Everyone was happy. Last year's was a really good test for AVAIL. We got really dry last year. And a lot of farmers didn't put it on all their crop. They just kind of split applied it. And they said they could come back and tell when it got dry. Their corn where they had the AVAIL on was still kind of more green than the other stuff. And it started raining later and it did out yield stuff without the AVAIL. We used the AVAIL in the past on all crops. It started out Some guys try it on corn, some barley, some wheat, some soybeans. I'd say soybeans originally were the first big kicker in it, and we've seen results on soybeans. Farmers seen a couple 2 to 5 bushel response on it, and it just picked up, and a lot of farmers are using it on every acre right now. Farmers were real leery on it first. They're coming back to me, telling me now it got dry on them, their crops are looking better. Some farmers have said their cattle eat silage better, the hay better. Some guys put it on their alfalfa. Just, I don't know if it's because of the more phosphorus in the plant or what it is, but it just, the cattle like it better. The plant seems to be healthier throughout the growing season. To get growers to initially try AVAIL, it was tough, but we had them going on the NutriSphere-N part first, and they took our word on it that that worked, and it did work for them. So they started using AVAIL because they believe us, made by the same company. Sounds like a trustworthy company to them. So they started to try to use AVAIL, and the farmers that have tried it so far have all loved it. There isn't a one farmer that tried it and has not came back and not used it. They've all increased their acres the next year or put it on every acre. So the results have been overwhelmingly good with it. To fully utilize these two products of AVAIL and NutriSphere would be using the two together in the same field, not necessarily in the same fertilizer mix, but putting them both together in the field. You're going to get more crop response by putting them both together, getting your phosphorus all the way in the plant, getting the right amount of N into your plant. You're going to receive return on your money invested in the end. My experience has been overwhelmingly great with AVAIL and NutriSphere, both from the grower standpoint and the business standpoint.